now to the race for Congress. Democrat incumbent Salud Carbajal is seeking a third term representing the 24th District. The challenger, Andy Caldwell. News Channel 3's Dave Alley spoke with the Republican candidate to explain why he wants to fill that seat.
You're listening to the Andy Caldwell Show.
Andy Caldwell is no stranger to local politics.
I've been a government watchdog, business advocate, and consumer advocate for 30 years in the halls of government.
But now he's a candidate for office for the first time ever.
I'm running for this seat because America is in serious, dire situation.
Something he hopes to change by what he says is restoring the American dream.
I propose common sense solutions that we know they work because they work in other places.
The Republican says he backs President Trump, but wishes the president would tone down his personality.
I support his policies. I look at where his mind and his heart is, in spite of his sometimes unfortunate rhetoric.
At the heart of his campaign, attracting better paying jobs and creating more affordable housing.
The reason people can't afford to live here is we lost all the middle income class jobs, including manufacturing and industry and entrepreneurial startups,
which Caldwell blames on government regulations and high taxes. The Republican also calls California, quote, the great pretender when it comes to energy. He claims it imports more electricity than any other state.
So I believe in a balanced portfolio: hydroelectric, solar, wind, oil and gas, and nuclear.
Caldwell is a big proponent of Diablo Canyon Nuclear Power Plant and wants to keep it open.
Keeping Diablo Canyon open, it's common sense to not give up 10% of our electricity supply and a $1 billion economic impact and $250 million payroll in the middle of rolling blackouts.
Another top priority for Caldwell is reducing deficit spending and lowering the national debt.
I believe that we have got to dramatically and drastically shrink the size of the federal government to lower our costs, and then we've got to bring back literally millions of jobs from China.
To address COVID-19, he believes in reopening businesses now and protecting those most at risk.
Protecting the most vulnerable in our community, i.e. people in nursing homes, people that are getting chemo, that have compromised immune systems. So we've got to do absolutely everything to protect the most vulnerable among us.
As his opponent, Congressman Salud Carbajal, recovers from the virus, Caldwell is sending him well wishes.
It could be a serious and even fatal disease, so my hope and prayer is for a healthy and speedy recovery.
As the son of an immigrant, Caldwell feels immigration is critically important and needs to be fixed.
I believe two things. I think we have to give the DACA kids certainty. I would give them a measure of certainty and stability that they can stay here. However, I also want border security.
Caldwell feels he is the best person for the seat, saying he, not Carbajal, can work with both parties.
Salud Carbajal claims he walks across the aisle and works across the aisle, but his voting record is 100% identical to Nancy Pelosi. And Nancy Pelosi is not known for being bipartisan.
Proclaiming himself as the voice of reason, Caldwell claims he will not be beholden to party affiliation, donors, or special interests.
We've had too much partisan gridlock, partisan acrimony, and too much throwing money at problems year after year after year with nothing changing, nothing being solved. And I want to put an end to that, and I want to save this country for the next generation, and I want to make America that shining light on a hill once again.
In San Luis Obispo County, Dave Alley, News Channel 3.
And News Channel 3 will host a debate between Caldwell and Congressman Carbajal. It will air live on the Now channel, and we'll live stream it on the News Channel 3 mobile app and website this Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. A recording of the debate will be available online after it ends.